Hi guys, it's me, Nola Face. I had the privilege and the honor of doing my niece's prom makeup. She wanted her eye to be very edgy. She was wearing a very elegant gown, but her accessories were pretty punk. So she wanted a very edgy look, and I believe we accomplished that. So if you would like to see how we got this look, just keep on watching. So we're using NYC's primer for her face, and this is going to just help her makeup to last all night. And I'm using a brush from Michael's to apply that. Okay, I'm using my new Sonia Kashuk brushes, which I love. And I also made her foundation with concealer from my Coastal Scents palette mixed with some Oil of Olay moisturizer. She didn't need a full coverage foundation. I just wanted to create a even canvas for her makeup. I'm using my same brown eyeliner from Ruby Kisses, which I always use, and I'm just going to use that to fill in her brows just a bit. And if you see the flashes, it's because our photographer, my son, is taking pics for her portfolio. And he did an awesome job. The pictures at the end were taken by him. And I'm just blending that brow out with the spoolie just to distribute that pencil throughout. And now I'm using concealer from Coastal Scents palette on a Coastal Scents brush, and I'm cleaning up this brow as well as highlighting her brow bone area. Now I'm using the Royal Care Cosmetics angled kabuki brush just to blend it out. Okay, her brows are completed, and now I'm using e.l.f.'s eyelid primer, and I'm using e.l.f.'s eyelid base just to give it a smooth surface for her eyeshadow. I'm using Black Bean by NYX as her base, and I'm using the Urban Decay synthetic brush to apply that. Okay, I'm using my favorite highlight, of course, by Wet n Wild, and I'm using the fluffy shader brush to apply that to her brow bone area. I'm using a Coastal Scents Hot Pot by Oktoberfest, and I'm blending that into her crease as well as her transition area with this Coastal Scents blending brush. Now I'm using a clean, fluffy blender to blend her brow bone with her transition color. I'm going in with the black eyeshadow from the Wet n Wild palette, the I Heart Matte palette, and I'm just applying that to her entire lid. Just blending that out a bit. Now I'm using e.l.f.'s eyeshadow shield to apply that black to her lid again, and I don't want that shadow to fall on her face because her foundation is already done. again, I'm just blending out. And I'm using my small blender now to apply more of that Oktoberfest directly in her crease area to blend that black out a little. I'm using my Naked One palette and I'm going into the gold shade. And I'm going to use that for a tear duct highlight, just to bring a bit of light back to this eye look. And as you can see, I've applied her eyeliner and I've tight lined and applied her lashes off camera. Now I'm using that black shadow just to smudge out her lower lash line just a bit. Okay, her eyes are completed. Now I'm using this Royal Care Cosmetics foundation brush, and I'm using my Coastal Scents concealer palette, and I'm just cleaning up her eye area as well as highlighting under her eye. And I'm sorry for my head being in the shot. This is the first time I've done someone else's makeup on camera, so it was a bit of a challenge for me, but I pulled through. Of course, I'm highlighting that nose. Now I'm using my NYC's translucent powder and I'm setting her concealer. Now I'm going back in with another brush from my new Sonia Kashuk set, the powder brush, and I'm using CoverGirl's translucent powder to set the rest of her face with. I'm loving these brushes already, they're pretty good. Now I'm going in with Max Blunt and I'm going to use my e.l.f. brush and I'm going to contour her cheekbones. Sorry for that head. I gave her a pretty subtle contour for this look. Since her eyes are so bold, I tried to make everything else pretty subtle. Now I'm just contouring her nose, and I'm using I believe it's a concealer brush by e.l.f., but it's very fluffy, so it worked perfectly to contour her nose with. As you know, contouring is one of my favorite parts of makeup, so it was big business, so I spent a little time on that. Now I'm using another one of my Sonia Kashuk brushes to blush her cheeks, and I'm using Hard Candy's bronzer in Tiki to highlight her cheekbones. And I'm using that fan brush from Coastal Scents. Now I'm just giving her a pop of that bronzer right on the tip of her nose so that her contour could pop a bit more, and I'm just blending that out a bit. She was like, wow. And I'm Fix Plusing her face, and this is going to allow for that powder relook after all of those powders. It just allows it to just melt down. Now I'm using a dense brush with a clean color lipstick, and I'm just applying that to her lips. This is a nude lipstick, but it has a pinkish tone to it. She was such a gem to work on. She didn't say a word. I applied some NYX gloss to her lips after this, and that completed the look, guys. And there she is. She was getting her hair worked on in this pic, and that was my beautiful tailor for her prom. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you would subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.